We are all crafted in the image of God, known, loved, and given worth before we ever take our first breath. In a perfect world, we would arrive into arms that welcome us, into a family that shelters us, teaches us, and gently helps us find our way. Sometimes we stumble in ways we never meant to, and the people we love most look at us with disappointment we can feel in our bones. Yet sometimes, the place that's supposed to be our safest refuge, our home, becomes anything but that. Instead of being nurtured, we're met with contempt. We learn to navigate rooms filled not with warmth, but with tension, sharp words, and cold silence. We grow up breathing in that atmosphere, carrying it on our shoulders before we even understand what it is. And then we step outside, hoping for a break from it all, only to walk into school and hear the same cruel messages echoing back at us, the same judgments, the same dismissal. It follows us through the hallways, whispers from classmates, even the way teachers look at us. And when we turn to media for distraction or comfort, it's there too, on our screens, in our music, in the stories the world keeps telling. It feels inescapable, as if the whole world has agreed on a script meant to shrink us. They have even gone so far as to protest our very existence, gathering in crowds, holding signs, shouting as if we are something to be erased rather than human beings trying to survive. You decide maybe religion is the missing piece, so you walk into a church looking for answers, or at least a flicker of something sane. Instead, you find a ritual where men's flaws are broadcast like emergency alerts, while women get praised simply for existing in the general vicinity. The imbalance isn't subtle. It hangs in the air like a bad omen. By the end, nothing feels different. The same old script plays out. Man cast as the perpetual problem, women treated as the untouchable exception. You walk out realizing you didn't find clarity, just another place where the roles were already carved in stone, and you're still wondering why you bothered stepping inside at all. I get what you're wishing for, and honestly, it's not outrageous at all. You just want to meet someone who feels like an actual partner, not a roommate who occasionally steals your snacks. Someone you can build a life with. Kids, chaos, shared chores, questionable IKEA furniture, the whole package. You picture celebrating the big moments, surviving the small ones, and tag-teaming adulthood like a well-oiled duo. And in the long run, you want to grow old together, rocking chairs, matching sweaters, yelling "what?" at each other from across the room, armed with a lifetime of memories. It's a simple dream, sure, but it's a good one, and you absolutely deserve it. My point isn't about the economic advantages previous generations enjoyed while leaving you with the debt. It's also not about the social contracts that defines your duties and the benefits tied to them, nor about the true nature of relationships between men and women. While I recognize that all of these points are valid, and that some people may just tell you to touch grass, which isn't particularly helpful, this channel will focus on practical action. It will offer concrete steps you can take to move forward. These steps are meant to give you something tangible to work on, a sense of adventure, and hopefully a realistic path back to some of the dreams you still hope to pursue. To keep this message straightforward, I've chosen not to monetize it in any form. The pressures of monetization and audience capture are real, and they must be acknowledged and resisted, especially when striving to build something genuine. The purpose of this channel is to serve God and to contribute to a kingdom yet to come. I know one of the first questions you'll ask is, why is the channel called Last Heretic? The name is a play on something happening both in the Bible and in the wider church today, and it ties into the work I hope we'll explore together. The word heresy, from the Greek hieresis, originally meant a choice, or a group chosen by people, a sect, faction, or school of thought. The Pharisees and Sadducees were, in that original sense, different heresies. In the same way, our modern denominations are also different heresies, different chosen groups or interpretations. It's simply a Greek term. But through centuries of linguistic shifts, political struggles, and religious conflicts, the word heresy has taken on a meaning far removed from its original use. So when I call the channel Last True Heretic, I'm really referring to the last sect, or the last denomination, a third space to re-examine what many of the words mean and how we've come to understand it theologically. I'll get into more later about how this works theologically, but for now, we're signing off.